Hello, beautiful creators. I'm Asi Efros, your fellow creator, and I welcome you to the Intimate Talk series. We have a fantastic episode for you. I will share 2 very effective tools that will help you elevate your mood while you are building your business, starting your company, founding a startup, or simply working as freelancer or solopreneur. When you run your own business, one of the most important things that you have to do is to become your own cheerleader, because now you're on your own. You are a founder of your startup, your company, and there are no other people that cheer you up, like your boss or your schoolmates or your colleagues. So you really have to take responsibility of keeping your mood elevated and being happy and being productive and effective in your own hands. Today, I will share 2 very powerful tools with you that will help you do that. The first very effective tool is acknowledging every possible result that you get during the day, no matter how small it is. And these micro successes that happen every day, many of them, eventually will sum up to huge leaps towards your goal. I live in New York, and for 30 years, I was a creative director in a very demanding industry, which is fashion industry, and I am surrounded by A-type personalities, goal-getters, doers. I'm myself very driven and goal-oriented. I even call myself a recovering overachiever. There is a common mindset among those high performers and high achievers is, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I will make my first million. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I will land that promotion. I'll be happy when my team wins, and so forth. And this mindset, I'll be happy when, is very easily illustrated by this example. There was a pub in Ireland that had a sign in front of it that said, "Free beer tomorrow," which obviously means that nobody is getting any free beer because it's always tomorrow. So as the mindset of "I'll be happy when" leaves you in constant state of disappointment and anxiety, because you're always trying to chase something. You're trying to chase that goal that is always in front of you. So this mindset of perpetual unhappiness causes all kind of emotional problems, including depression, but it also wreaks havoc on your system, because the prolonged state of anxiety inexplicably causes your cortisol and adrenaline levels to rise, which in turn leads to inflammation and disease, and in fact brings you to completely opposite effect that you would need, which is to be effective in your business. One of the remedies to this downward spiral is to take a few minutes every day and acknowledge actually what you have done during the day, as opposed to focus on what you haven't done. In my coaching practice, I had a client in California, and we met every week for an hour on Zoom. And so our conversation was scheduled for 11 o'clock Eastern time. So in California, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. And in one of the Zooms, I see she was having a call from her kitchen, where I see she already made 3 cheesecakes for her daughter's school fair. And she was wearing full makeup. It means she already taken shower and put makeup on after she went for her 3-mile run every morning. So she probably woke up at 4:30, and knowing this young lady, she was transitioning from being a graphic artist to becoming a textile print designer, how many other things she would do during the day after our call. She would do research, she would attend a webinar, she would draw a few prints. I asked her, well, do you thank yourself at the end of the day? And she thought of that, and she said, well, I thank God at the end of the day. But I said, well, God didn't bake those cakes, and God didn't wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go running, and God didn't do all the things that you will still do during the day until you go to sleep. So you have to thank yourself for everything that you've done for yourself, for your family, for your daughters, for your parents, your husband. There is so much, you guys, we do during these 16 hours of being awake every day. If you don't acknowledge, remember all these things, you feel like you are a failure. You feel like you've done nothing, where you actually have done everything. I recently started taking 5 minutes before I go to bed. I stand in front of the mirror. Some people journal, and hats off to them, because it's also another way to acknowledge everything you've done. But I stand in front of the mirror, and I just remember from very morning, from the time I woke up until the end of the day, what I did that day. And oh my God, it is so much. So let me show you how I do it. Thank you, Asi, for doing all these things during the day. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning without the alarm. I meditated, I made coffee, I washed my face and did my face massage. I woke up my husband, made him a healthy lunch. Then I went for my morning walk. I stretched, I exercised, I came back, I worked for until 5 o'clock. I had 3 Zoom calls. I started writing an article. I researched materials for my next video. I recorded a video. I made dinner. I welcomed my husband back. We had amazing dinner and conversation. Then I watched half of the movie, and I'm trying to watch less TV. And I finally went to bed, read 10 pages of nonfiction. This is how much. And I'm sure there are so many of you that do even more during the day. So please take a few minutes, stand in front of the mirror, acknowledge all your achievements, these micro achievements every day. It will make you feel so much better. I know I do. It makes me feel very happy and accomplished. A second super effective way to elevate your mood and keep you happy every day is a habit of high five. We all know what high five means, and we've given high five as a sign of encouragement and admiration to our friends, our teammates. The high five is the universal gesture that requires no words. It expresses admiration and encouragement. It says, you got this. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. It's a fantastic way to communicate a positive feedback. It's an instantaneous way of telling another person that this person matters and deserves your attention. There are 2 studies that studied the habit of high five. In the first study, they studied NBA players, and they determined that teams with the most reassuring gestures, like fist bumps, elbow bumps, high fives, were the highest performing teams. There was another interesting study done among kids. Children were separated in 3 different groups and given complicated problems to solve. And the first group was complimented on their ability, like, you are so smart. The second group was complimented on their achievement. You always work so hard. And the third group was simply given a high five. And guess what group outperformed other 2? Yes, the one with the high fives. The high five gesture is hardwired into our brains, and it fulfills our most fundamental needs. When you give a high five to someone or yourself, you are affirming their existence, you are acknowledging that they're seen, and you are celebrating their achievements with them. When I first heard about high-fiving yourself in the mirror, I was very skeptical. But as a scientist at heart, I try everything. So I simply tried it. It felt very strange at first. I would go to my mirror and I would high-five myself with one hand or sometimes with two. But it gave me such a boost of confidence, a sense of being seen. I can't even express how much it boosted my mood at that moment. I decided to continue. And I remember how my husband used to glimpse into the room, seeing me standing in front of the mirror, talking to myself. He eventually got used to it as well. But now it became a habit, and the habit is something that is you have to do subconsciously. That's why it is a habit. And now I feel, something was missing if I forgot to, acknowledge everything I've done during the day and give myself high five in the mirror. So I do it now every day without even thinking. I'm sure you've given high five to your friends or team members, family members many times in your life. So why not to extend the same form of gratitude and appreciation to yourself? Because the most important relationship you will have in your life is the one with yourself. So now you have two very powerful mood boosters in your arsenal that you can use every day. And they're free. They don't require a lot of time. I started using them and they became a habit. And if I can do it, you can do it. You can become your own cheerleader. And if you find this content useful, please comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to see more videos from the Intimate Talk series. I'm Asi Efros. Thank you so much for watching.